Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode on the SkizzleCraft server. We have reached episode 20, and after the last few episodes being away from the base, I thought we'd head back and do some more building on this area. And I've been looking around, and like I promised, I'm going to be building in the Earthen district again, and we need to build a greenhouse. So I've been playing around a little bit in creative, trying to figure out this something a little bit different, not just a typical greenhouse and not something small. And what I made doesn't actually fit in any of the areas that we've got in here where the paths are. So I've decided I'm going to build it in this section because this is the closest section I've got that actually fits. But that means a lot of this needs destroying. We need to do a lot more terraforming and get rid of a lot of this, flatten out a bit, and move this pathway here. These steps will need to go, and probably need to move this pathway up here or something like that. We'll figure the pathway out. But first, we need to destroy it. First, we need to sleep. Well, there we have the area dug out. I've tidied this side up, but this side, I think I'm going to wait until after I've built it so to see how close it comes. I think I've got it worked out that it should come quite close, which means I need to either dig this out more if I want a slope like this, or I will terraform it afterwards and we'll just have kind of, well, a bit of a drop, like a mini cliff thing. We'll figure that out after, but for now I want to start building. So the outside, just the kind of the first layer, I'm going to mark out with the tough blocks so we can see the actual size, which I will get done now. And there we go. That is the outline done. So this is the size of the greenhouse. We are going to have an archway entrance here and a pathway going all the way through with another entrance on the other side. And then there's going to be walkways going down each of these sides with plants on both sides. And then each of these kind of four corners of this circle area are going to have probably trees in the center area. So that's the layout that it's going to be for now. So now I need to start working on the frame of this thing. So I chose a dark oak, specifically, if I can get it all out, specifically stripped. I'm pretty sure I have got it here. Here we go. Stripped dark oak logs and stripped dark oak wood for the corners so we don't see the actual pattern in the logs. And that is going to do the main frame of it. We're going to have, obviously, lots of glass and some coloured glass and a bit of tuff and copper mixed in. And then we've got that kind of dome roof on top. So I think I'm going to start working on the frame now and see how it starts to look once we get this frame going up and how big it actually is in this area. The shape of the roof, it's really difficult to do this curve from a circle, but I'm going to try it like this for now and see where it looks like once all the glass and everything's in, because I'm going to have leaves going around the outside, kind of like viney and flowers and stuff like that. So it might look better when it's not just a wooden frame. But as you can see, this is quite a large building. I think it might be easier if we go up this side to see it. Actually, it looks like the dome is a bit better from over this angle anyway. So we've got quite a large domed roof, and if I can get up here. Again, these sections are all going to be coloured glass. I'm going to have a mixture of glass and copper on this middle section. But for now, I want to get the outside of this done. So let's jump into a time lapse and get the outside section done so we can start working on the decoration on the inside. So with the main frame finished, we'll be able to start working on some of the interior. We've still got a little bit of the outside to do, but that's just decoration. We've got all the leaves and stuff to do. So it's kind of going to have vines up and around it all over the place, which I might do now. But I really want to start working on the interior, so I think we're going to start working on these two outside bits first. So I've got a load of plants. I think I've got every type of plant, mushroom, etc. Not quite sure, but I think I've got everything kind of added in there. So we're going to be adding plants along these sections and some nether trees in it and vines and glowberries and sugarcane and bamboo and everything you can think of. And then these sections in the middle, we're going to have each of the different types of trees. Now, we're very limited on space. I could have moved this out a little bit, but it looked a little bit too cramped. I wanted this a bit wider. So I think we can fit a large tree on each one. Well, it'll be 3 of them because it'll be spruce and jungle and dark oak, and they're the only 3 large trees. So I might see if I can get a large oak tree, just a normal oak tree, but a large one over there. But I don't really think there's much point because the idea of this is if I need to come and chop trees down, I'm not going to be building a tree farm. I don't use enough wood to need a tree farm. I've got that much jungle wood from clearing out the base area that I don't need things for things like chests and stuff like that. Plus we've got the bamboo farm if we did start to get low. So there's no need for that. So this is just going to be if I need some spruce, so I can come and chop a few large spruce trees down. So yeah, we're going to have each type of tree in here, try and fit it in if possible. That includes the azalea. That's the one, the one with the flowers on. We're going to try and get a azalea and a flowering azalea. I think they're actually the same tree. But we're going to try and get one of those in as well as the nether trees. The nether trees obviously not going to be in this section. They're probably going to be down here up against the wall if possible. I know when you grow them, they will grow the leaves on the outside, so I'll just have to trim what grows on the outside. But I think I'm going to start by filling in these outside sections first. So I kind of did this the wrong way around. I know I said I was going to do the outside, but then I did the middle bit first and realised I did the opposite way around. But never mind. We've got all the trees in this central part with some different types of plants and decorations. We've managed to fit dark oak and oak on this section, and then we've mixed in some of the nether plants, the nether mushrooms and the normal mushrooms, as well as the 2 high plants. There's 1 in each section. We've got spruce tree, and luckily we got one of these big spruce trees full with a lot of leaves. I mean, probably going to chop it down at some point anyway and regrow a new one, but it fills the area nicely. Again, some of the other nether plants and stuff in here and 2 high plants. This section we managed to fit 3 trees in because they're all small, well, mostly small trees, although the cherry one does take up a lot of space. We just got birch, cherry and acacia. Now the only problem is the cherry one kind of covered most of the acacia leaves, so I might trim some of these back just to make it look a bit better. And then over here we just put a jungle tree in and then the flowering azalea. And then each one has got a few plants in. I've just added a chest over here for saplings, because if I'm going to be using this for chopping wood, then it's useful to have some extra, and I think I'll shove some bone blocks in there as well. But now I've got to work on these 2 sections. So this section here, I've decided obviously sugarcane and bamboo and everything needs to be in here as well. So I've just filled these 2 sections with some water so we can add some sugarcane into these. So we'll probably have sugarcane just next to the 2 water sources here, and I need to figure out something else. I need something tall in each of these sections so the window actually looks like there's plants in it, because if we just fill in with like 1, 2, 3 or 3 high plants here, it's going to look a bit silly from the outside with these giant clear windows we added in. And then I started putting some vines in this side. I think I have the nether trees on this side, so I think this side here is probably going to be more nethery stuff, and the more green type, as you can see, flowers, ferns, bushes, pink petals, all these kind of things can go over on this side. So I think we'll start with the nether tree side. So this side is now done, and we've got the 2 nether trees in here, and I've added strobe light. You can't actually see them from this angle, just to light the area up a little bit, but we'll sort out lighting last. I think once the whole thing's done, I'll go around and make sure everything is spawn proof with like frog lights and carpets and things like that. We'll do that later. But we've got the 2 nether trees in here. Now I know you do have the whole trunk visible from this side, but if we go inside, it does actually look really good. And if you think about it, if you planted a tree directly up against a wall or a window or something, the trunk would grow just directly up, and then it would be visible from the other side if it was glass. So it does actually make sense, even though it looks a little bit odd at first. But I really do like the way this looks in here. And we've added just plants in down the bottom. Gone with the colours. So with the wart tree, we've just gone for all the kind of bluey colours, not just nether stuff, but a few flowers, things in as well. And then the same on the crimson side, just gone for some red stuff. Now most of it is nether stuff, we just add a little bit of the red flowers in on this side. So all that's left to do for this build is this side and the vines, well, leaves going up around the top, just to give it a little bit more depth and decoration on the outside. So this, I already added the sugar caning as well, just to get it out of my inventory. And I thought, again, to fill up this window a little bit, I'm going to put some bamboo in here. I thought we can build this sugarcane up higher because, well, this isn't here for harvesting because I've got the sugarcane farm in there. So I thought these 2 can just grow on their own, be the 3 high. And then for now, I'll just keep going up with these 2 so they go a little bit higher up. Not the same height, but maybe, you know, kind of a couple more on that one. Just have one of them higher than the other or something like that. Yeah, and then the rest of these, we've now got flowers. I've got some glowberries for filling this side a little bit. Petals and drip leaf. I think I just got a bit of a mix of things that we need to add in. Amethyst cluster, I know it's a plant technically, but I thought, you know, maybe it'd look nice, just kind of central. Just to add a little bit extra colour in or something. I don't know. We'll find out. So I'm going to decorate this, and, well, first I'm going to sleep through the night. But I think now let's just get this done and get the vines done on the outside. So that is the rest of the greenhouse done. We've got this side done, and I do need to add a little bit more sugarcane just to increase the height of them, but I can do that at some point. That'll take me a few minutes. And I've got the vines all the way around. I didn't want to put too much and kind of block the view. I'm debating whether I should put more up here, since there isn't anything up there, or I could possibly add something up there, but for now we're going to leave it as is. Ow. So we go in, this whole section is done. I've added lighting around these 4 corners, a little bit in the middle, a little bit at the doorway, and then some at the ends, and then just 1 extra on there because for some reason there was a single block not lit up there. So it's all lit up nicely. We've got both sides decorated here and here, and as you can see, we've got some helpers just to bring a little bit of life to the greenhouse. So we have Grian planting tulips down this side, and we have, well, the vines have fell down, but let's just get rid of the vines first. So we do have Joel. Let's get rid of that. There we go. We have Joel chopping down Our jungle wood, I did that here because I've got that much jungle wood that I'm probably never going to chop this one tree down. If I'm chopping anything in here, it's probably going to be dark oak or spruce. That's pretty much what I use mostly anyway. So we have Joel chopping down the wood, and just added a little bit of the jungle wood, those mini blocks in. And then we've got Jem over here plucking strawberries. So just doing a little bit of work in the greenhouse, so it just adds that extra little bit of kind of, well, life to it. The only thing I was thinking of maybe adding a spore blossom in, but then we've got the petals falling from the cherry ones, so I'm not sure it'd be too much. And if I put it all the way up there, I'm not sure it would reach all the way down, so I'd have to figure out where I was going to put it. I mean, I could put it in the jungle tree since I'm never going to chop it down. There we go. So just added 2 into the tree, just gives a little bit more colour over that side as well. And that just adds a couple of extra particles in here. So we've got a mixture of the pink and the green, which, yeah, I like. I thought about putting them on this side as well, but I think it's fine as it is. We do get a little bit of the particles coming over here, but not too much. And yeah, I don't want too much to cover it. And maybe the green and pinks wouldn't fit too much in there, but this is now done. The only thing I've got left to do today is to finish sorting out the landscape out here where we dug it up. Now, I think I actually might push this back even further and try and bring this almost right up to the road and just kind of have it drop off like a little mini cliff instead, so you've got a lot more space, because you can't really see this part of the greenhouse from this angle. Just because the terrain's in the way, it blocks it. So if we've got this and I can build kind of like, I don't know, have a fence or something up, and just have it going down, just terraform a bit of a cliff, I'll just grab some deep slate and some tuff and stone and things, and make this just like a bit of a steepish cliff. But I think I'll get that done before we finish up for this episode. And that is the last bit done. So we've got the terraforming done here. So I hope it looks good. It took a while to do. I'm not really used to terraforming, so I've tried to go on for a bit of a gradient from the deep slate all the way up to stone, but then added in a bit of andesite and light grey concrete, just because that's a slightly lighter texture. And then I didn't really like how it looked with the grass. It clashed a little bit, and the moss actually matches a lot better. So I went round and just changed all this to moss. Then I went round and mossed all the way around, and I'm tempted now to turn this whole section into moss. Just like I've terraformed that one, I've terraformed the wind section, and I'm partway through terraforming the water section. So maybe, I mean, yeah, this was the earth section, so I thought just leaving it grass would fit, but I might actually change the whole thing to moss instead of having any grass. I just like the colour a little bit better. I know we are in a jungle biome, so everything is a bit more bright, vibrant, but I don't know, I think the moss matches with the kind of the browns and the mud colours better than the actual grass texture. But we'll see, maybe it'll be a mixture. Maybe we'll have moss for around all the buildings, and then we can use grass for like gardens and stuff, like as if it's more well kept, something like that. Like this section, for example. This wouldn't look good as moss, I don't think. We have got some little patches of moss in, but I don't think this would look good as all moss. It needs that vibrant colour that matches with the leaves as well. But yeah, that is done. Anyway, as you can see, we've got the whole cliff done. A little bit of moss going up the sides as well, which I hope looks good. I do like that it's not just a block of grey. Don't like that one. And as I said, well, as I thought, it would. It opens this up a little bit and makes it a little bit more visible. It looks a bit better. Wait, we're missing a stair. There we go. it looks a little bit better for the greenhouse because it opens this up and you can actually see inside about what's going on. But yeah, that is the greenhouse finished, and I'm really happy with how the whole thing turned out. I like this as a building, just as cosmetic, but it's also functional for me, gives me somewhere to go if I need to get a bit of wood, do some harvesting of the large trees. They fit in here and it won't ruin the landscape, especially if I need spruce. So that is all done and dusted for today, and I think, guys, that's all I've got time for. So I hope you liked this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you did like the video, and please subscribe if you aren't already, and there'll be more videos from SkizzleCraft coming soon. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.